So, sir, please let us know something about the prevailing royalty in the country today.
See, after independence, there were certain privileges enjoyed. The princely states were allowed to retain all the ceremonies, family ceremonies, state ceremonies, and that was financially that was looked out by the central government of India. But after the abolition of privacy pearls, it has become a bit very tedious for them to do their official duties. But there are certain families now also prevailing in India who hold their own dalbars every 15 days. They hold their own, their traditional functions, state functions according to their own tradition and customs even today. There are many. There are few princely states such as Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. They still that prevails.
Okay. Sir, in the land we find Bahadur Shah the king, Bahadur Shah II, and yourself is Bahadur Shah Zafar III. So we would also like to know about nomenclature. How we got this Bahadur Shah 1, 2, 3? There is Alamgir 1, 2, Salam.
Sure, these are the titles which are given during their coronations. Coronations. This may be according to their according to the likeness of their forefathers, because whoever resembles the previous emperors, they will be given that title, and in this way we get the titles are distributed.
Okay. So I would like to ask you regarding your experience about the revolt of 1857, role of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the roles of the king associated, and what was the
there's a long assumption in India that the Britishers have defeated the Mughals. The revolt of, as far as the revolt of 1857 is concerned, there is a long assumption that the Britishers won the war. The Britishers didn't win the war, and the Bahadur Shah Zafar II, when he took over the commanding chiefship of his army, which was entrusted upon him by the citizens of India, irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, affiliations. The Britishers were defeated very badly, and they were driven out of Delhi. This is a fact which the historians, in spite of knowing it, they have erased these things. But the fact is fact, the truth is truth. So when certain members of the other princely states, they were very much terrified when they came to know that the Britishers were driven out of India. So there were three to four rulers of the princely states. They came together. They had a secret pact with the Britishers, and these four kings and their associates were treacherously they betrayed my great grandfather, and they were waiting for a suitable opportunity so that they can allow the Britishers again to come back and then detain it. So when after the Britishers were driven out of the Delhi Gate, Kashmiri Gate, and all those things. The sons, the royal prince and the family along with their army, they out of Delhi gate, because the Delhi gate was the entrance gate to Shahjahanabad. So when the British were completely driven out, the commander in chief, who was the prince, there were two sons of Bahadur Shah Zafar and two grandsons. They along with the whole army, they pitched their tent outside Delhi gate, which is the tent was in such a place which is very near to Khuni Darwaza, which is at the present near excuse me. Which is near Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Medical College. So the army were celebrating the victory over the Britishers. That time the army, it was very late in the evening. The army had deposited their weaponry in one corner, and they were celebrating themselves. They were enjoying. At that time, those kings, those rulers from the princely states, they brought the Britishers inside, and they told that this is the right time for you to strike, because all these people are enjoying themselves and without any weapons in their hands. And they opened the gate, and they mixed the certain unwanted elements into the gunpowder, like cow dung, oil, and all those things, by which the ammunition was completely spoiled, and they just signaled these people to come and attack them. When they attacked, the royal army, which was unaware of these things, they had to surrender. And at that time, they killed two sons and two grandsons of Bahadur Shah Zafar II, and they hanged them on the Khuni Darwaza. And later on, one side this thing happened, on the other side, Bahadur Shah Zafar II was imprisoned. He was brought from Humayun tomb where he was hiding. They handcuffed him, and they made him to walk that long distance, and they jailed, and they put him into prison in his own. He was imprisoned in his own residence, that is Red Fort, and he was tried in that place where once he used to sit and then give judgments. He was humiliated, and then he was the heads were severed from the body of all these four people, two sons and two grandsons. Their heads were Bahadur Shah Zafar and his family was made to starve for 8 days. So 9th day they told him to have his breakfast. Bahadur Shah Zafar the second inclined to have his breakfast, but he was forced. At that time he was given some food stuff, which was made by cutting the pieces of all these four of his two sons and grandsons into small pieces, and a curry was made off of that, and it was produced before him.
So as an administrator, what do you have to say regarding Bahadur Shah Zafar II.
He was a great administrator. He was an very good archer. He was an very good sharpshooter. He was an highly educated man. He was a poet himself.
So recently we find
and he was the only one person who was forced to retain his emperorship and then fight the Britishers by the citizens of his country, irrespective of their caste and their religion.
Okay. So, sir, recently you in the media brief you talk about bringing back the mottos of Bahadur Shah II.
Yes, this has been going on for since a very long time. But recently, I have also raised this issue, and on 28th of December 2018, the Uttar Pradesh government had arranged a facilitation program for me in Lucknow, in which His Excellency the Governor of Karnataka was the chief guest, and he has promised me. In fact, he has issued orders to the state government to find a suitable place and to have an committee over that within 5 days and then start the work, for which I am very grateful to him. I, as a crown prince, on behalf of the ruling imperial family, I extend my thanks to him. I'm very much grateful and highly obliged to him. And in the same way, I'm very grateful and obliged to Dr. Ammar Rizvi, who is an acting chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, and who has started an university in Mahmudabad, which is very near to Lucknow, and he has been ready to have construct an auditorium in the name of my great grandfather. I'm also very deeply obliged to him.
Okay, nice to hear.
Yeah.
So
let's hope for the better as soon as possible.
Sir. So, of all the kings of the Mughal dynasty here in India, who is the one whom you admire the most?
See, since they belong to my family, I admire all of them. I respect all of them. There's no question of liking someone, disliking someone.
Sir, apart from, it may be a hard question for you, but apart from the capacities, respect and the reverence to be given to our forefathers, regarding the qualities you have and the qualities they have.
See, as far as my qualities are concerned, in way of physical appearance and that power of thinking, administration, all those things, the credit goes to my two of the great grandfathers. One is Hazrat Aurangzeb Rahmatullah and second is Bahadur Shah Zafar II.
Okay, nice to hear that.
Thank you.
So you are the combination of
both these people.
Both the Aurangzeb and Bahadur Shah II. So the British Association with Indian National Congress, do you have any historical input to
British
and Indian National Congress?
No, you are talking about British or British Association?
British Association. I mean, I'm not talking about the association, but the Britishers.
No, there's one Indian British Association in India.
I'm not talking about
in Uttar Pradesh.
No. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking is about the Britishers, the relation between Indian National Congress and the Britishers, the rulers.
See, the Indian National Congress was founded by A.O. Hume,
Yes.
who was a Britisher. He founded it for the sole purpose of making the allied society of India India to help the Britishers in retaining their supremacy. So it's a brainchild of Britishers.
Okay. So you mean to say that
Later on, it turned to be an organization which is fighting for the liberation of India from the Britishers.
Okay.
Which I think, no, I don't want to answer. I can tell you more.
So thank you very much for giving us the insights into the Mughal dynasties and your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Stop.